Hello, fellow Orbits! BBC released a new teaser, which is in polar contrast to what we've been seeing from Luna as of late, and it poses many new questions about the lore and concepts to come from our favorite girl group. Today, let's discuss the symbolism present in the teaser, in addition to all we have covered so far on the Twinfish channel, and pose new questions that this teaser generates. Without further ado, let's enter the Lunarverse. First, to understand what direction the teaser is going to be taking us into the Lunarverse, we need to look at the most important aspect, the reversed Luna moon. I brought this up in my XX analysis, but the moons are actually waxing from the new moon, after an eclipse, into a full moon, like the one we saw coming together in Hi Hi. This was the same direction that our dark concept with the Eden Girls took from Eve's music video thereafter. If you recall, Eve's Luna the World link was also reversed on her teasers. She was the only one to have this. And we inferred that it was because, after the looping imagery and constant looping over the Mobius strip planes, that we were now on the reversed opposite side where we met Eve. Eve's new also came after the eclipse of the odd eye circle moon, so it would make sense that her moon is now waxing into the full moon, with, at the time, the oncoming completion of Luna. The colors of the moons, however, are also reversed. We asked a lot of questions about this in XX because we weren't sure if we were going to have Olivia as the focus, or solo comebacks, or whatever BBC had in mind. To me, now it makes a bit more sense. With the switching of colors, from a bright and feminine pink to a dark, mysterious black, it is clear that our actual Luna concept is going to be a complete polar opposite of what we've seen so far. Just as Heejin and Olivia are first and last, bright and dark, their concepts that they pushed during solo activities were completely different. Thus, we can assume that this comeback will be dark, and will be much more mysterious than the bright and cheerful debut of Hi Hi. The next thing that I want to talk about is Go On. She, and her representative animal, the Emperor Butterfly, are clearly a focus of this teaser. As we've explored in other analysis, we've concurred that Go On is very different from not just her YY by Y members, but the group as a whole. She represents royalty, as well as piety and holiness. But why Go On? Well, we know of Go On as the X in YY by Y. X, as I mentioned before, is the Greek letter for Chi, or the root for the Greek word for Christ. Go On representing God or Christ is not a far-fetched notion. She wears the crown, sits at the head of the table, and is portrayed with a lot of religious illusions. Her hair is dyed blonde, indicating enlightened characteristics, even a representation of a halo, something that saints, angels, and the Holy Family are seen wearing in art to represent their superiority in intellect and holiness. Go On is also a part of the Holy Trinity of YY by Y. Again, if you haven't watched any of my analysis before, I encourage you to watch my YY by Y teaser in one analysis, as it will touch upon the religious illusions of YY by Y much more in depth. As we see in the YY by Y logo, Eve, who represents faith, Chu, who represents love, and Go On, who represents hope, are all connected in a circle. They are always seen together actually, when Olivia is often cast out. That is because Eve, Chu, and Go On are three essences, but one being, much like the Holy Trinity of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit in Christianity. Olivia represents anger, and has trouble coming to terms with the other aspects of herself, i.e. Eve, Chu, and Go On, and the characteristics of the self that they represent. YY by Y are established as the new, more advanced humans. This is seen in their genetic makeup, the 4 chromosomes of Y, Y, X, and Y. Olivia is said to be egotistic, meaning, as BBC officially defined, a girl who self-loathes and is disappointed in herself. That's why Olivia struggles to be a part of herself, or a part of YY by Y, and come to terms with the other aspects of herself. We saw in Hi Hi, however, Olivia literally taking a leap of faith down to Eve, the girl that represents faith, in order to come to terms with herself. Only then did we see the Luna moon become full, and all the girls dance with each other. But in the XX teaser, this part had been rewinded. This makes me question, is Olivia still struggling? There's no way that the story of YY by Y and their internal struggles as one connected being could be over. Anyways, to bring it back to Go On, it seems like she's the focus of this comeback, Perhaps we will get more expansion on our holy aspects within this new comeback. The butterfly, though, is seen on Go On. Butterflies in Christianity are seen as a symbol of resurrection. As written in the Old Testament, Christ died on the cross, was buried in the tomb for 3 days, and came to life again to offer hope of life after death. How fitting for the girl that represents hope. We also see 12 different butterflies, obviously one for each girl. I couldn't really identify the species, and I was reading through the comments on the teaser, and there was quite a bit of confusion of what species they were. But no matter what species they are, we wouldn't be able to connect them to each girl individually. So for right now, the species of butterflies are insignificant. Except for the one on Kimlip at the end, but we will get to that in just a minute. The symbolism of the butterfly is significant, however. As mentioned in One and Only, butterflies represent metamorphosis. A change, development, resurrection, transformation, higher consciousness, and a delicate beauty. That is something we will most definitely see from our girls in the next comeback. We've already seen it throughout the times when Hi promotions were off. Kimlip's change of hair color, possible lineup changes, and new subunits. Change is coming, and as it is in the real world, as well as our own self-image, it is inevitable. We all will change after hardship or genuine times. No matter the origin, the process will lead us to change, negative or positive. I think that Luna will explore this side of their self-image storyline in the next comeback, or at least I hope so.